I am gaming. I am gaming. I am gaming podcast.
Hey everybody, my name is Ivica. Thank you so much for being on the latest I Am Gaming podcast episode. My name is Ivica, and like always, you're listening to a podcast dedicated to the video game industry, entrepreneurship, gaming nostalgia, and many more things I find to be in the same realm of creative and business ventures. Like always, right off the bat, a huge thanks to all of my Patreon supporters. You make this podcast possible, and a super big thanks to my latest supporter. It's the Twitch stream i.milaric from the amazing Linear C, content creator and gamer. She's excellent. Check out her Twitch stream and all of my other supporters and their creative business ventures. In the description below, links are there, so give them a look. They're all well worth your time. This is episode 66, and this is going to be a pretty short episode because I have I'm guessing for some of you, a cool announcement to make, which is that I'm starting an Unreal Engine tutorial series, which already began on my channel. The previous video I did is an Unreal tutorial for a simple camera addition to your project. So a little background info here. I'm currently in a Unreal Engine course where I'm learning all about this amazing, really incredible tool for not only game making but animated videos, explainer videos, and anything else you might think of that includes interactive or presentational computer generated images and interactive systems. As a game engine, Unreal is really out of this world. It's getting better and better and better, and I'm so fortunate to have the opportunity to learn about it from industry professionals and experience the knowledge from people who worked with Unreal for years and years. So I have to say it's a pretty tough process because Unreal includes that blueprint system, which is visual programming, visual coding, that is pretty demanding. I'm not a coder. I don't have that coding mentality. I'm hoping to kind of figure out one for myself, but it's tough for me to follow it. However, the course is great. I'm learning a lot, and especially when it comes to beginner stuff, I think I can help a lot of people who want to get into Unreal, especially if they don't want to simply get into the hardcore coding stuff. That's pretty useless in my experience so far. For me as a tutorial presenter or somebody who creates tutorial for any kind of hardcore or midcore or casual coding, because I'm pretty bad at coding and pretty bad at blueprint, but for many other things, especially visual editing, visual elements, I'm really familiar with Adobe After Effects, Adobe Premiere. The great thing about Unreal is that it features something like a video editor, which will be clearly super familiar to anyone who has been using, for example, Adobe After Effects. So in that huge package, you even get a mini After Effects Unreal visual environment, UI environment that will be super familiar to if you are someone who's accustomed to After Effects. So that's, for example, one of the domains where I think I can be of use to those who are just starting out in Unreal. I also plan to do additional topics, additional elements like sculpting in the level editors, where you can create your terrain and experience it, and how you can manipulate it and change it. Many other things. Those are all kind of fringe, very basic, very beginner elements, but I think I can add my experience to the overall pool of knowledge about Unreal and help people who are in the same position as I am, which are basically the super novice Unreal users who are just barely into the same program or are getting ready to start using it. So that's the kind of a new thing on my channel, and I of course like to talk about it in my podcast. Again, I believe that Unreal is more than going places. It's a super powerful, super flexible and useful app system, a combination of applications all bundled into one product that will be probably one of the most important entertainment apps around in a year or two, most likely the dominant game development platform, especially for AAA or AA games in, I'm guessing, a few years from now. So I just wanted to share that with all of you. Hopefully, if you're into Unreal, you'll check out my videos and find them useful. I would love to hear what you think, of course. Check out my previous video, the link is in the description below. And like always, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much to all of my Patreon supporters for supporting this podcast and making it possible. Really, there would be no podcast if you weren't around. So a big thanks to all of you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support. If you're a first-time listener, first-time viewer, please consider supporting me on Patreon and consider simply supporting me on YouTube right here by liking this video, leaving a comment, and of course by subscribing. My name is Ivica, this was I'm Gaming Podcast episode 66. Next is up 67 in precisely 1 week from now. Until then, hopefully I get to make another tutorial in Unreal Engine this week, and you, please, if you want, check it out. But in any case, have a great next week. Until the next time and the new episode of I'm Gaming Podcast, I'm Ivica, and bye bye.